low tier 3, the goal of tens of thousands of players, and I have achieved it. In the ranked Minecraft PvP community, tier 3s are viewed as having achieved mastery in their respective game modes. However, with thousands of people believing that I don't deserve my tier and am instead worse than low tier 3, I had to prove them all wrong. A month ago, I'd beat my tester 6-1 in sword PvP and tested for high tier 3. I had failed high tier 3, but in a regular case, beating my tester by that large of a margin would already have meant that I was not boosted in any way. However, I seem to be the target of everyone's hate these days, as I was still called boosted and slandered by people who couldn't even come close to what I'd done. And so I decided to retest in PvP tiers, a tier list that's viewed as having a higher skill standard than Marlow's tier list. Furthermore, I'd be testing against Scolia, one of the best high tier 3 testers. However, this is where we run into a tiny problem. I'm washed. Basically, I haven't played sword PvP seriously in weeks, and I basically forgot how to play the game. This meant that from the moment that I had asked to be tested, I only had 1 day to get my skill back. And I'm gonna be real, the chances that this test ends badly and I get demoted are like 90%. So to start practicing, I decided to duel my friend Inferno Sage, a high tier 4 in sword, to 1st to 20, and before I knew it, I was losing 7-0. But then I realized I was getting absolutely mauled by a high tier 4. A score like this would suggest that my true skill level is that of a high tier 5. 1 year ago, I'd made a promise to myself that I would get low tier 3. But here I was, losing 7-0 to a high tier 4. Now that I became a tester, it's now only about proving myself. If I can't beat my friend in a duel, who am I to prove myself to you? So, you know, I gotta win. Alright, the score is almost tied, I can do this. Alright, it's 19-18, I just need to beat him one more time to win. Oh my god, I'm him! That was like the comeback of the century, bro. After winning 20-18, I was feeling pretty good about myself. However, it was now time to test. Even though I'd gotten better than I was at the start of the duels, that did not necessarily mean I was unwashed. In fact, chances were that I was still much worse than I would be on a regular day. And upon entering the ticket, I realized that the only server we could duel on was Stray. If you don't know, Stray is a notoriously disadvantaged server for high ping people, and I happen to be one of them. And with the odds seemingly stacked against me once again, I just had to hope that I didn't get demoted. Oh no, that's not good. Oh my god, bro. What the heck? Why am I shaking so much? Alright, I can do this. Oh, I'm getting cooked. Yeah, 7 blocks. Stray is like the best server, bro. No, no, oh, I don't want, no, I'm selling so hard, bro, the double crits. 1 year ago, I made it my goal to get low tier 3 in sword PvP, and just a few months ago, I managed to finally get low tier 3, but then a bunch of you guys called me boosted, meaning I don't deserve my tier. So I'm gonna prove you all wrong by getting low tier 3 again. Oh no, yeah, I lost this one. Oh my god, bro, I'm down like 2 hearts. I'm actually cooked. Wait, hold up. Wait, I have a chance. Okay, that's crit. Alright, ghost, good. Crit. Nice. Wait. Oh no, I sold that. Yep. GG's. Well, I mean, I guess I did fine. I had gotten low tier 3 again, but to be honest, my performance had been absolutely terrible. I had barely gotten low tier 3 again, and on any other high tier 3, the score would have meant that I was demoted to high tier 4. Honestly, maybe it's time to stop going for low tier 3 and aim for something higher. I still haven't made good on my promise to get high tier 3 in sword PvP, but trust me when I say, I definitely will.